It is a beautiful day for racing here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. And we're going to do just that. It's the Put Her Out 250 here at Homestead to begin the final round, the round of 4. The championship 4, however you want to say it. 4 drivers will chase for a championship. Only one driver will come away with the cup. However, remember that this is a round, not a single race. So setting the tone for the rest of the championship, this race right here will mean everything for its drivers. And we're here to bring it to you live. 7 drivers prepare to take the green flag here in this championship event. Here we go. It's for all the marbles. Green flags in the air. We are racing at Homestead. 3 wide to start, and Rocket is going to take the early lead. Rocket's got a sub tonight. That is Back in Black. So Black, early lead right now here in early stages of this race. And so early stages, it goes Black, West, Coleman, Skitty. Oh, Skitty hard into the wall. Now I think he got some help from that. Yeah, he's gonna have to go to pit road. What a start to his round. That's tough. But a long way to go, guys, before we get to the checker. Look at West battling with Rocket side by side here. Rocket caught on the high side. Now he could have some drive off. Coleman's gonna try to make a pass on the low side. West, your new leader. They're gonna be battling all night for points here. So it's gonna be really interesting. Who's going to lead the most laps and get these points? What kind of field strategy will we see? Oh, yeah, of course, the cautions, the DNFs. We'll see those too. In pit road goes Skitty Brave. He's going to get that damage repaired and get back out onto the track. West starting to pull away. Coleman still hanging on that bottom side. Pika. Everyone remember him? Driving a new number, the 52, but same old Pika Fury, who has ran in this league. He ran the first, I want to say season 2, season 3. Well, I could be wrong, season 3, season 4 of BRL. Pika actually won a race here at Homestead, so not someone to sneeze at, and he's here having fun out here in the field. Oh, Coleman beating on the bumper. Oh, no, Black, excuse me, beating on the bumper of West, got him loose, and now there is another battle for the lead. Here we go. West able to get drive off and maintain the lead. No weather. It is some clouds passing by, but the weather's great. The track is hot, and we're going to see some good racing. No chances of rain at any point in this race, which I know is a relief for these drivers out here, because last time we were here, they were not so fortunate. They really played a part in the racing. Coleman made it to 3 wide. Now Coleman made it to the final 4 with an awesome back-to-back performance. A great second place finish at Mazda, followed by another second place finish at Sebring, which got him into this round, and he has looked strong ever since Daytona, really, and now he's just got to pace himself and find a way to victory lane if he can do it, get those max points, or at least get help from drivers that are around that are racing that are not in this chase battle. Coleman looking good. Got good distance on the drivers behind. And he's got work to do to get around that driver, Pika Fury. Let's go up to Rocket and talk about Rocket here, because Rocket is subbing. And he's subbing for the driver of the 9, so Back in Black, who had a situation and is out of town. Unable to race. Smart thing to do, get a sub. Now, I know in the pre-race, the points broadcast, I said that no driver can get a sub in the championship round. That is incorrect. No driver can get a sub for championship race. But yes, if you need a sub for the round in the championship, you can get a sub. As you saw, Pika hit the wall, Coleman hit the wall. They're still right there. So really, it's a three-way battle. You see, West has taken the early but commanding lead over the rest of the field. And that number 54 Aries Toyota, if you remember, last time that Aries Toyota was here and in victory lane, it was by Paintbrush. We also know that Dawson used to run a similar paint scheme and PBR with the 96 car. But Dawson, of course, no longer a part of the series. But West carrying on the PBR name and is looking strong here early in this race. So just as a reminder of how the championship round works in BRL, here's how it works. No winners advance because it's the last round. It is decided on points. There will be 4 races consistent with what has been done in the previous 3 rounds leading up to this round. So there will be 3 other races, and again, you can catch them here live on the Twitch Monster 27 broadcast network, 11:45 Eastern. Next week will be Maple Valley, so back over the road, if you will, and it will be decided in that fashion. A week after next, we'll be covering the race at Road Atlanta, and then championship will be decided at Yash Marina, the first ever visit by the BRL series. So you don't want to miss BRL crowning a champion for Season 5. Will it be West? Will it be Back in Black? Will it be Coleman? Will it be Skinny Brave? We'll find out. Now, only 7 drivers came into this race. Attendance, as far as quality of racing, has not been a problem. We've seen exciting racing with only 7, 8 drivers. We've seen really exciting race with 13 drivers, 16 drivers. It really doesn't matter. We've seen exciting racing in every way, shape, and form. I don't expect this to be different, as Pika is looking underneath. Pika looking strong early. He's got to really tuck back in, though. Allow for the 9 to get through this corner, see if he makes a mistake. Try to get drive off so that he can make the pass. So as you look, a lot of laps, 133 laps is the scheduled distance. And we have some overtime laps in the bank in case we need them. And don't think with the fewer drivers that we have, there can't be an accident and that we won't need them, because that is not the case whatsoever, as we have seen in races past, where everything's quiet early as it should, and then all of a sudden, it's like a switch is flipped. These guys go at it. Those that can survive the carnage and hit that extra gear, if you will, end up winning the race. Go back in the field here. Coleman has broken off the tail end of that group there, and it's just pacing himself. I think he's saving his stuff, saving his fuel. When you have as fewer cars as you have in this situation, you automatically have to approach this with the mentality that it's going to be a strategy race, okay? It's going to be a race where fuel strategy and taking care of your resources is going to make the biggest difference in how this outcome, the outcome of this race is going to be. So Coleman backing off early is wise. That's what you want to do. But you want to stay close enough that if there's a mistake, you can capitalize on it. Let's look at some distances here for Coleman. We pull up our player focus, 4.3. If I were Coleman, I'd try to shrink that gap to maybe 3.5 to 3.2 and be able to try to hold it at position in case there is something that happens. And of course, Beloved and Skitty way back. Oh, Pika looking good. It's gonna be a strategy race, so don't think they're not on that radio talking about fuel, talking about laps, talking about numbers, and preparing for that long distance. Beloved, what a season it's been. This season's incorporated number changes. It's incorporated team and changes and teammate changes. A lot of things have gone down this season. I know this is not how Beloved has wanted to conclude this season, but at the same token, if he can win the battle for the top 16, I think it says a lot about his resilience and a lot about him as a driver. And so you have to know he's gonna drive that car smart, so that he can ensure that he gets that reward of being good and being consistent out there. We got I wanted to say a battle for the lead, but that's not the case at all. That's actually a driver going a lap down, and that's a 14, a Wilder. And he is taking the opportunity to get some laps in. Still in that battle for the top 16, however, way outside looking in. And well, pay attention to whether he can overcome that uphill battle. A lot of drivers not present. And then, of course, our driver who is trying to get into, or not get in, but continue his quest for a championship here at Homestead. Well, you look at this, you got damage early, you got a pit. Obviously, this affects your strategy. But one thing he has to keep in mind above all else, he can't DNF. And as long as he doesn't DNF, if he can get to the end of this race, anything's possible. If he can get to the end of this thing, he could possibly make up some of his losses, maybe even get on the lead lap, at which point then he can fight for, a title, fight for a championship by fighting for a better position, maybe even a win if he can get a late race caution and be in position. So nothing's over for him. Just a bad start, but something you can recover from for sure. Oshri's extremely confident as well, being that he is our defending champion and started off a round similar to this last season. So I think he understands what's at stake. He'll get himself back up there. 2 and 3 right there together. That's third place. Pika, second place. Coleman. Oh, excuse me, that's not Coleman. That's Black. Rocket is 7-4. Always a scary thing trying to pass a lap car. You on board with Coleman as he attempted to do just that. We are 35 laps into, or 34 I should say, laps into this race. Fastest lap right now, West. Low 30s. This little battle has heated up as well. Battle for second. Now, you know, one of the things for this little battle is Black, who hit the wall. Now they're gonna trade positions again. Black is fighting for a title, a championship. He can't afford the DNF. Pika is fighting for nothing, really. If he wants to continue for the next 3 races, and of course, battle for the top 16. A lot of pressure, obviously, on him. But as far as a championship is concerned, he's not battling for anything. So not Coleman, but Black is going to have to be really, really careful about how aggressive he pushes on Pika, because Pika really has nothing to lose. Black, everything to lose. All right. And so we've got pit stops coming in here. That is pit stops are leaders. Rocket in. Coleman in. Our leader, West. Not pitted yet. Let's see if he comes in this time around. No. Sails past pit road. This gives you an idea, though, of how well or not so well these guys are saving their resources. Let's examine also how these drivers are getting on track, because we know a couple seasons ago we were here and that caused a big caution as well as Coleman. He's okay. Gets back onto the track good. And so West trying to get that good distance, because he knows when he pits he may have to lose it to some of the other drivers that have not pitted yet. So we're talking a whole 2-3 more laps, or 2-3 laps longer than the rest of the field. That's a huge deal. West continuing his onslaught of the field. And, so he's trying to outlast everyone. Maybe rolling the dice a little bit as far as strategy is concerned. Let's take a look at what we're working with here. Let's see how he's looking overall. Yeah, definitely rolling the dice there. Look at the fuel situation. 4% on that fuel. Excuse me. So, and dropping. So, let's see what the strategy will be for him. Will he pit this time round? Answer, yes, sir. He gets the car down there and into pit road, and he's going to release the lead now to Pika Fury. Pika going to come in now. Pika, again, we talked about it a minute ago. Pika has nothing to lose. I mean, what happens if he runs out of gas and DNFs the car? Nothing, and we appreciate him running. So he's going to stretch it a little bit longer. 1%. So we know he can't go past this lap. Let's see what he does. Into the corner, you hear him powering it down as he rounds the corner. He's going to jump it down onto the apron, and in the pit road he goes. He's going to fill that mug up and get 4 fresh tires. We're going to continue on. So now it's back to West, fully charged, ready to go. Notice him, Pika, able to outlast the field by several laps on that pit stop. So this put pressure on the rest of the field as far as strategy is concerned. How do you manage your tires? How do you manage what's going on? Skitty Brave now having to pit again. He's really off sequence as well. And then, of course, in the back end of that, Beloved in the pit road as well. So pit cycles finishing up right here as West regains the lead from Pika. And Pika's going to have someone else creeping in on that. That's the 9-4 head of steam. And here we go again. That's these two battle it out on Homestead. We welcome you back to the Put Her Out 250. Had an extended break as we kind of rolled on with our leader and a few other cars. And well, strategy continues. We're approaching the halfway point of this race. Mind you, the race is not 100 laps, but rather 133 laps. That puts you the halfway point a little bit further past 50, but the race is continuing on, guys. Don't think there can't be a caution. Don't think that there can't be a situation that will cause the yellow to fly. It could definitely do so, and if so, it's going to change everything. But right now, strategy is in the works. Drivers have already had one pit stop, and they're going on their second one soon. Wes was able to extend not only his lead, but was able to extend his pit strategy, and that's why he sits in first place. Riding aboard Rocket, and this battle has been hot since the tip of the showing of the green flag. And it's remained hot. If there is a caution, it's going to come from Coleman in fourth, on an island by himself. Beloved in fifth. Skitty in sixth place. And another lap down is Wilbur. And these two have literally been running some of the identical speeds. And they just can't get away from each other. Enjoy Coca-Cola. I don't think I will tonight, but maybe another time. Skitty Brave also goes another lap down. Not a good race for our defending champ, but he's been there and done that. You keep your head down, you keep digging. Focus on priority. You cannot be inept. And well, I want to apologize. Not a whole bunch to talk about right now as far as the racing is concerned. You know, everyone's kind of spread out, and the real battle is here in second. And that's why we're showing this battle an awful lot in different angles, is because of how big of a battle this is. Not only just for points for the 9, but you know, just in side-by-side racing and things of that nature. So we're gonna keep it there. You know, one of the things about BRL, first off, is you know, we though we pride ourselves on the style of racing that's been present all season long with the fewer drivers that we've had, we also recognize that this isn't the biggest lead by any stretch, and so hey, you know, because of that fact, we don't have, you know, dang near 30 drivers loading into this race every week and running, and that's okay. We've had fun regardless, and we're going to continue to run, and we're going to continue to have fun. Sometimes this means, wow, heavy contact. Rocket being aggressive, moving the lap car out of the way. He's going to take the high lane, That's going to allow Pika in, and they're going to take Skitty 3 wide. Actually, I think they allowed him by. Either way. Either way, it is allow for a moment of excitement there. We got a car stop. I don't know what happened. Skitty, he was running. Would he spin out? Stop for a second there. Skitty would bring out the caution. No caution came out in that. That was interesting, though. I wonder what happened to him in that situation. In the meantime, back to this battle here. Side by side, these guys. Battling Skitty, not having the race, a good championship race at all. But we are already, if you look at the laps, 2 quarters through this race. I mean, this race is flying through to its fruition, and it's been a good battle here. Right now, of course, West in full control, but guy's not as far away as he was before that first pit stop. So I think these guys can figure a little something out. Obviously, the Skitty Brave thing slowed them down a little bit, but you know, overall, I think given a caution or something like that, they could definitely catch West if they needed to. More lap traffic side by side. Here comes Black on the high side. Got the momentum to drive off. He's going to make the pass again. It's been an exciting battle. These guys have just gone, I mean, nearly identical in speed. They have gone back and forth all race long. And they continue to do so. Gotta figure out a way around Wilder. They do. And they can continue their battle. Now, it did slow them down. If you look, 4.8. So it did slow them down a little bit. Oh, a very poor entry there. Gonna give Pika clear runaway there. And you know what? Fatigue starting to set in. A very serious mistake, and goodbye 52 car. We'll be right back. Oh, we got a car turned and in the track. I'm hoping that was, no, that was not lag. That was the 9. That is the DNF, and that is a caution. Wow, caution flag flies, Rocket, done. And he was subbing for Black, so that means Black DNF out of this race, and it's definitely behind the 8 ball moving forward. And you know who this helps out? Skitty Brave, who was just on the Titanic, if you will, sinking. Late race caution. Guys, what did I tell you? Didn't I tell you something like this would happen? I told you. I told you. You know, and that's just unfortunate. I apologize that we did not catch that live. But I knew that, you know, those guys battling as hard as they were back and forth, that was going to be the eventual outcome if they did not, you know, if they, I mean, you just kind of expected that that's going to be the outcome when you're battling that tight, that close, that hard. And of course, that's what we saw. So, guys, 84 laps complete out of 133. This is a late race caution, and it comes at just the right time. Fuel window is open for most, if not all, of these drivers. I expect all of them to come to pit road, get 4 fresh, fill those tanks up, and then the drivers a lap down to swing around and get a lap back. And so now the question is, who's going to win the battle off of pit road west, on and off? But how about this? Pika taking the lead coming out of pit road. That's a big deal. It goes Pico, West, Coleman. 1, 2, 3 out of pit road. Then you got drivers who are a lap down going to get theirs back. Beloved first car 1 lap down. And it's going to go and get his lap back. That traps Skiddy and everyone else below. So, what a development. Now you've got 3 cars left on the lead lap that could really make a difference here. And we'll pay attention to this. Remember what I said earlier. Black could not afford to DNF. Pika had nothing to lose, and we see that right here that Pika has DNF, or excuse me, Black has DNF, and so we will see. Six cars remain in this race. We had to put it out. And now we're about to show the green flag for our first restart of the race. Come on, lap 85. Green's in the air. We're rolling again here at Homestead. And a crossover, and look at Pika diving it inside. We're trying to make the move on West. West has had the strongest car all race long and has proved it because he's led literally every lap. Outside of that, Pika, as well as the remaining chase driver in second, Coleman. Now Coleman has to be careful as well. And of course, again, the driver that benefits from all this is Skiddy. Even though he's, a couple laps down, Skiddy benefits because he gets more points. He moves up a position, 1 less car to have to worry about. Beloved is in pit road. So now Wes trying to run away from these guys. Let's get on board. Coleman in the thick of things. He's got Skiddy behind him. 1, 2, 3. Coleman in the back, in the middle of this battle here. There is Beloved moving out, and of course that moves Skiddy into 4th position. So this is a good deal. Beloved returning back to the track. He is going to go a couple more laps down. And so as this race begins to come to a close, aggression is definitely picked up. So Black now gonna have to start, really behind the 8 ball. He's gonna have to go to Maple. He's gonna have to have a really good Maple Valley race. He's gonna have to go to Road Atlanta. He's gonna have to have a really good Road Atlanta race, and then of course try and be there. Hope other people make mistakes. We got another spin. Skiddy involved. Caution flag's gonna fly in this one as they are covering the track. Ooh, that was dangerous. And we caught that one dead on your screen. And live on your screen. Skiddy Brave also involved in that wreck. And that's going to bring out caution number 2. And so, of course, we know the saying, cautions breed cautions, and that's what we're seeing as they were battling hard. Though I think what happened was the 3, kept hitting the wall, reduces momentum. Skiddy was there, just bad timing, wrong place, wrong time. Caution number 2 coming out on lap 90. Pit road open again, I believe. And so everybody's gonna pit. Beloved going to get the lap back because Skiddy Brave was involved in the caution, so he's ineligible. So Beloved, who just pit, gonna go get one of those laps back. And your leader, Pika Fury. Let's try to get back to West. Gonna win the battle off of pit road. Gonna be second. Third place, Coleman. Fourth place is gonna be Beloved. A couple laps down, or a lap down. Fifth place, Skitty. A couple laps down. Sixth place, Wilder, hanging in there. So we've had to put her out 2 times so far this race. Once for the wreck of Back in Black, and then of course the second one, the wreck for Coleman. And now we're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. We're back racing championship round. Homestead round 1. Who's gonna get the first victory? West, not as strong a start as we're accustomed to seeing all race. This has allowed Pika to get in there. Look at Coleman trying to snatch it away on the bottom. He does. He's going to slide up the track now. Going to try to cut him off. West going to go back to him with the crossover move. In the inside, headed into 1. He takes that position. No, not quite. Coleman trying to hang in there on the top side. West is clear, needs to slide up now. He does. And it is 1, 2, 3. Pika, West, Coleman. Skitty is in the mix now. Again, Skitty has a good, fast car. It just needs the circumstance. He needs to be able to get those laps back. And with the way they are battling now, that's a big opportunity. West to the lead on the inside below Pika. Pika still battling there. They're side by side going into 3. Still side by side. Still side by side here. Can Pika get the run off? To the line, it is Pika. Gonna get that lap led. West tucks back in front of Coleman. West is going to wait for that next attempt. In the meantime, Coleman going to try to stay close to West. The most exciting racing we've had all night long so far comes on in the later parts of this race, lap 95. On the inside of Coleman. They're going to try that one again. Hopefully they'll be able to complete a pass. Now, I'm thinking if I'm Skitty, probably going to just lay low. I want to stay close to this group, but not so close that, I either wreck somebody or get involved in anything. That way I can get my lap back. I don't think he's faster than Coleman. I don't think he's faster than West. I don't think he's faster than Pika. So to try to pass these guys and get your lap back the old-fashioned way, I don't think it's a possibility at this time, which is why I say what I say as far as allowing these guys to tear up their own equipment and you take advantage of it. Now, one thing I'm surprised about West not being able to get around Pika at this moment. And Pika looks really strong in the lead in that number 52. And I mean, I guess when you're running with no pressure, that's how you can feel. West, everything to lose. Pika, nothing to lose. And that makes a big difference in the risks you take, how aggressive you drive, and what you do, There we go. West's going to come on the inside now. He's going to try to snatch it away. Contact there. Pika's going to come out the gas. to keep from wrecking them both. Now Pika gets a little bit of drive off. Kenny ain't with it. West, the leader. West. The joke has been on everyone else, because let me tell you something, this car has been on super fast all race long and is continuing to be that way as we hit the 100 lap mark. 33 to go. Here at the put her out 250. We've already put her out twice. Will we do it again? Or will they find their groove, settle in and run? As Wes is doing. Wes is starting to pull away from Pika, who put forth a good charge. I think fresh tires had a lot to do with that, but now those tires are starting to rubber in now, and Wes, as they start to heat up, the pressure starts to get right, that car starts to get in where you want it, in that sweet spot, and Wes just started to pull away. Pika, second place. And so, you know, the race before, or, you know, before that first caution, you know, you could let the leader drive away a bit. You know, it's actually a part of your strategy. You're not giving it everything you got. Obviously, you need that fuel. You need those tires for later. Now, you're pushing. Now you're pushing with everything you got. You're going to play the field game. You're going to push that tank as far as it can go, because there's no time to set anything aside. Now's the time to go for it with everything you got, and we'll see what that results in. Who's going to be able to play that game the best? Coleman and Skitty. Coleman and Skitty inside. Skitty trying to make that pass. Puts pressure on Coleman. And Coleman lost his running partner, and so did Pika in the 9, who was really keeping pace with him and keeping a good battle. So, you know, now in the waning laps of this race, who's going to be that guy that's going to step up? Skitty going to try to make a pass. Hadn't seen much of him all day. We'll see if he can make a pass on Coleman. Still kind of side by side a little bit. No, he clears and is able to effectively take the position on the track away, but not the position in the standings. Still 2 laps down. And Coleman gonna have to be really careful, you know, playing around with this driver who's a lap car. You know, but this is for championship points as well. Closing in on the late moments of this race. And we look through the field. What little field there is. Wes back up front has separated himself, started to dominate a little bit more. But we heard him do something very, very interesting. And that is come out of the throttle and pop that clutch. Why is he doing that? He is trying to save. They don't intend to pit again. That's a long way to try to save, and that's going to allow the 52 into this scenario here of Pika. I think Pika's going to roll the dice a little bit heavier, obviously, with nothing really to lose. I think he's going to roll the dice a little bit heavier than his counterpart will. So let's keep an eye on that. That's going to be very interesting. Coleman, Skiddy battling really hard around each other. This could be a caution at some point if they continue on. One on the lead lap in need of a caution. The other 2 laps down and in definite need of a caution. I think Coleman right now's car is a little stronger, but are they keeping an eye on the fuel situation as well? They plan on pitting again. Lap 114. Now ending is lap 133. We've seen an average of about 35 to 40 laps before a driver just absolutely needs to pit. We saw earlier Pika run it all the way to 1%, and that was about 40 laps, 40-ish laps. That was really, really close. And so we'll see how, what that's going to do. Beloved is sitting here in the 4th spot. He's a lap down, kind of running his race. He's going to have a good points today if he can stay, just hold it together. And then, of course, Skiddy Brave is out here battling like he stole something. He kind of did in reality. He stole a position, but the real question is, can he steal something special? Like maybe a miracle win? We'll find out. As you heard him do it again, Wes knows what time it is. Let's take a look at why he's clutching so hard. Shall we? Yes, sir. That would be a reason right there. Now, a little less than half a tank. He's got to get it all the way to the finish line with that. You're going to burn off about 2 to 4% of fuel per lap. So, will he have enough? Considering we're not even at 10 to go yet. We'll take a look. We'll have to wait and see if he has enough. He's gonna keep doing that as he goes around the racetrack to ensure he has enough. How about Pico? Where is he at? Now you can kind of see the difference. Wes has been kind of coaxing it along. He's playing with that gap that he has on second. He knows what kind of car he has. Pico, on the other hand, has been kind of aggressive the entire time. And look at the difference, 29% and dropping. Looks like Wes' plan is working out quite a bit. Coleman, what's he doing? 39% on fuel. So he's in that fuel situation as well. Best person on fuel right now is Wes. And Wes has been playing the field game really, really smart with the way he's driving around the racetrack. Beloved, 33%. It'd be a big deal to try to stretch it. Will it hold all the way to the end? Skiddy Brave, 36%. So you can kind of tell how everything's going as we're approaching the 10 to go mark here in the next 3 laps. Wilder, how's he looking on fuel? 38% on fuel. Things are getting real. 10 to go. Who's going to claim the first race of the round? West going to make a move on Wilder. Let's see, puts him yet another lap down. I don't think Wilder cares. He's just trying to get through the race. Let's take a look real quick again at that strategy. 28%. It's going to be tight, boys. It's going to be tight. 28% for West. Can he stretch it as long as he needs to? Pika, 15%. So a significant difference between 28 and 15. In trouble. 26% for Coleman. So Coleman in a similar position and doing probably a similar technique. Also, remember, Coleman's got a drafting partner. That's Skinny Brave, which is going to allow him to save a little fuel as well. Skinny Brave, a part of that championship hunt, 22%. So everybody is going to be pushing. It's going to be really, really tight, guys. It's going to be really tight. 24% for your leader. You hear him clutching it. You have to do that hard. Now the question, will anyone else let up to be able to get to him? 127 of 133. Coming to the conclusion of this race. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to this race, and those who have stuck with us the entire way. You are a true BRL race fan. You know how this works. It always gets real at the end, and we saw a couple late race situations bring out the caution. 128 in West can sense that first win in the book, but he can't run out of fuel. If he does, it's going to be trouble. Clutching it, heading to the start finish line once again. Take a look. 19%. It's got to last all the way to the end. For everyone else, what are they looking like? Pika, 6%. You heard him pop that clutch. He realizes he may not have enough. There's a car in pit road. What about Coleman? A chaser, 15%. So he's looking a little bit better, but West looking the smartest out of all. Played that field strategy. He's still got to stretch this. 3 more laps. He's going to continue to use that clutch. He's going to continue to use his resources. Here we go. 2 to go. 2 to go. I love it. Played it safe. He went to pit road. And there's a bunch up now. The last thing you would need, a caution. A caution comes out. Of course, as soon as the caution comes out, it closes pit road. So, you know, then it's like, man, oh my goodness, it's a 14. I don't know if he called himself getting out of everybody's way or what, but he just killed the wall. And if don't look now, but Coleman was able to take Pika Ferry's spot in second place. So Coleman, another strong run. And Pika out of fuel, question mark? Yes, he is. He is out of gas. And what a strong run he had. Now he's out of fuel. Let's give attention to our leader as he brings us out. White flag, no more cautions, as we are on lap 133, and he is going to make it the distance. So is Coleman. Pika is He's out of gas. He's out of gas. He's not going to make it down onto the apron. He should be able to coast it around, but Wes has fought all race long, and he's going to win the field battle and the race and win here at Homestead. He strikes first. Coleman, second place. And Pika in pit road. Good deal for those guys. What a run it was for them. And just for celebrations, Pika had to go to pit road. What a run. What a race this was there at the end. Pika's going to finish third. Isn't that amazing? He's still able to come out third. We're going to give him a chance to catch up with the field, and let's see if we can get a word with him. Trying to get a word with Pika, who was able to finish third place despite having to go to pit road and not being able to really capitalize on having the type of car that he had. So we'll try to get in touch with him just to see if he is able to answer for us. All right, looks like we're unable to talk to Pika. So let's see if we can move on to Coleman, who was able to get an excellent finish as well. And there's Coleman. Another race, another second place finish. Please include your audio. Man. Field strategy for sure, man. Take us through your race today.
Yeah. Well, honestly, my race was an up and down day. I mean, my car, it just randomly would just like slam on brakes coming out of the corner, so we'd lose time off of that. It randomly get on the brakes, and I didn't like it, so I tried fixing it halfway through the run, and it would not fix. I'm glad it didn't do it during this final run, and yeah, we just yeah, like I said, up and down day. Got in the wall a bunch, and that slowed us down, but we were definitely contenders for another top 3 finish. And yeah, just up and down day. I mean, yeah, this is a good finish for us in our debut in the championship, and yeah, we hope for a win soon, because too many second place finishes. I have to get a win soon, so yeah.
I agree. Does your finish here give you confidence headed into Maple Valley?
Oh yeah, for sure. I've had momentum since Mazda that we can get a win and a good finish, and sure enough, we got a good finish at Sebring last week, and again, we get a good finish. So if I just keep this momentum and this mindset that we can win, I'm sure we will go out and get a win.
Awesome, man. I'll get you out of here. Who you got to thank?
I got to thank my team, ABR. Thank you to Jody for letting me drive for him this season. Lowe's, everyone on the car, Mobile One, Bass Pro Shops, and Good Wrench. Yeah, the Coleman brand. It's on the deck lid there. Thank you to them, and yeah, we hope to get a win soon with these guys.
All right, man. That was Coleman in the 3, extremely confident that he's going to get a win soon. So are we, especially with 3 back-to-back-to-back second place finishes. All right, now we've got to talk to our race winner. The joke was on the field, guys. I mean, he just did what Wes does, and that is win races. And let's see if we can get a word with our winner as he strikes gold to start off. And there is Wes. Be sure to include your audio. Man, what a race for you. I mean, absolute dominance from literally beginning to end. You had to overcome field strategy. You had to overcome some battles from competitors. You had to overcome lap traffic. Take us through your race, man. Yeah, definitely. You know, it was big that Black, you know, sub DNF'd and, you know, and everything. That was huge. But who do you feel your biggest competitor is going to be moving forward after today's race? Right. Definitely. So what do you feel you need to do to make sure that that kryptonite doesn't affect you moving forward these next 3 races, especially with the kind of finish that Skitty got? A very disappointing finish overall for his performance. You have to know he's coming with a lot of determination. So what are you prepared to do to counter that? Yeah, exactly. Man, we'll get you out of here. Who you got to thank for tonight's performance? Absolutely, and I know Paintbrush would be elated to see his 54 in championship victory lane if you can get it to the end of this round, man. So here's hats off to you and your performance today and the rest of your season and championship run, man. We wish you the best. All right. So that has been Wes, our winner. But as you heard him say, he's still got work to do, and everyone does. It is a round, not a race, singular, to crown a championship. So where will we be next week? Maple Valley is where we will be next week. Same time, 11:45 Eastern. We'll go live for Maple Valley Road Course. And these drivers will have yet again another chance to etch their name in this championship run and prepare themselves for that championship race in a couple weeks. Well, this has been Sam Cook here in the Twitchmaster 27 booth. Hoping that you have enjoyed today's race, whether you're on the East Coast, West Coast, or anywhere in between. We hope that you are safe, well, and we bid you good night.